What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So tonight I want to talk to you guys about the Orient Ray II. Now, I've had this watch for about 3 years, and I gotta say, for under $200, this is a great bang per buck watch. And when it comes to Orient, they've just been making great models, especially dive watches, over the past couple of years. The Ray II has been out for quite a while now, and I know they have the Kano and the Kamasu, which are really popular now too. I'm looking forward to getting my hands on one of these. But when it comes to the Ray II, I still think it's a great bang per buck. So let's get the dimensions out of the way first. We have 41.5 millimeter diameter, lug to lug of about 46 millimeters, and a band of 22 millimeters with a thickness of just about 13 millimeters. So the wearability of this watch is fantastic. The dimensions sound big on paper, but when you wear this watch, it is very comfortable, especially if you have smaller wrists. So one of the more comfortable dive watches I have in my collection, and that's one of the reasons why I still have it after 3 years. As you can see, I got the orange dial. The dial is a kind of a matte orange, no sunburst or anything when it comes to that, just very flat orange, and 120 unidirectional bezel, and the bezel action is solid. Honestly, compared to the SKX, I think the bezel action on this is much better. There's no give, doesn't slide at all, but sometimes there is an issue with how it lines up at the 12. Mine just about lines up. It's hard to say for sure, but I have heard that from other Ray II and Mako 2 owners that sometimes the bezel doesn't always line up. I'm not too OCD about it, but overall, for what you're getting, I think the bezel action is fantastic. When it comes to the movement, we have the in-house Orient F6922. It is a 22 jewel movement, hand wind, hack, and screw down crown. So pull it out, second hand stops, push it back in, it goes. Beats at 21,600 beats per hour. I think you get about a 40-hour power reserve. Day-date function, as you can see. So you pull it out, spin it one way, you get the day, and it also comes in Spanish. Spin it the other way, changes the day. Pretty straightforward. Screw down crown, and has 200 meters of water resistance, as you can see right on the dial. On the back, we got a little, I don't know if you can see this little dolphin motif here. Nothing terribly fancy, but, you know, not bad. Dial bracelet's kind of in the way, but hopefully you can see that. Orient 200, water resist, stainless steel. And there you have it. Not a sapphire crystal. I don't know if it's Hardlex or what it is, to be honest with you, but as you can see, a lot of reflection, no anti-reflective coating on this one, but can't get everything for under $200, but what are you gonna do? I have taken this diving, and I had no issues with it whatsoever. No leakage, worked perfectly fine. Probably not the most ideal diver to take if you're a serious scuba diver, but in all honesty, how many people are serious scuba divers? This is going to be fine in the shower, swimming, water sports, which should not be an issue. So, very well done. Let me give you a wrist shot. Now, this is on my 6 3/4 inch wrist, and I think it wears quite comfortable. It's very comfortable, actually. There we go. Not bad. And the other thing that I think when it comes to, if you're comparing divers, if you own an SKX, I honestly think the Lume on the Ray is a little better. I think it lasts longer during the night. I've tried this before. I wear these watches at night, and the Lume on the Ray II seems to last longer than the SKX. So let's get a Lume shot in here, and you can take a look for yourself. I think the SKX, the Lume is brighter temporarily, but the Lume on the Orient, from my experience, seems to last longer throughout the night. You wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning, it's still really legible in a pitch black room. Whereas the SKX, the Lume, though still legible, is not as bright. So let's see if we can get a Lume shot in here. There you have it. As you can see, there's a little Lume pip on the 12 o'clock on the bezel. Second hand lights up. And as you can see, very legible, and it'll go all throughout the night, so no problem with that. See if I can find the, there we go. Couldn't find the outlet. Now, another thing you probably noticed is this is not the original band that it came on. One downside to this watch, well, actually probably the most major downside is the original bracelet it comes on. Not great at all. Comes on hollow end links, and as you can see, when I was trying to change the band out one night, I twisted the actual end link, and as you can see, it's hollow and it just bends. It was like tinfoil. So that's when I decided, all right, it's time for a new band. But before I show you the band that I have on it now, this is a deployant clasp. It's got 3 micro adjust, and nothing fancy whatsoever. No taper really. And as you can see, there is some scratches on it, so I did wear it for a while. The other thing I noticed is with this part right here, when I wore it, when I wear short, like when I wear a shirt, or if I just bumped up against something, this tend to clip and open up like this a lot. So just not a great band, but what are you gonna do? So if you're really serious about keeping your Ray, or you want a better band, this is a strap I got at Strap Code, and this is specifically made for the Orient Ray II. So it fits perfectly like a glove. It's got solid end links, much better feel. Stainless steel, obviously, and just a much better fit, better quality, and this thing's gonna last for, I think, a lifetime. It's very well built. Deployant clasp again. Nothing fancy, no label. It's from Strap Code, so, and it fits much better, and it's just such a solid feel. And is there micro adjust? It's 3 micro adjusts, so you should get a good size fitting if you do buy something like this. The actual band itself, or the bracelet rather, I think it was like $90. So, I mean, $90 bracelet for a sub $200 watch sounds a little wacky, but I really do like this watch, so I thought it was well worth it. So, like I said, works great. Accuracy. This watch, I've put this on the time grapher. The accuracy of this watch is surprisingly good. I've gotten about +6 to +8 seconds per day. So for a sub $200 watch, I mean, that's great. That's better than some of my more expensive watches I own. So, and much better than the SKX that I own. Obviously, they're not regulated, but I just happened to get a lucky one. The Orient says the F6922 ranges, I believe, from like -20 to +35. So that's really just to cover their butt to let you know that, hey, this movement is not regulated, and if it's not as accurate as you like, it's within their guidelines, I guess you could say. So, but very accurate for what I have. So it's a very great watch. So there you go. That is the Orient Ray II in orange. Now you can also get them in blue and black. I know Long Island Watches owns or sells these watches still. You can get these on eBay. And I don't know if the Orient website still sells these. I haven't been on the Orient website in a while, but they're a very popular model, and they should be. For what you're getting is a great watch. In-house movement, great design build, screw down crown, good lume, day date function, very practical. So just an all-around great watch. And now that the SKX has been discontinued, you can still get them, but honestly, I think for the money, the Orient Ray II is a better bang per buck. So there you have it. That is the Ray II. Thanks for watching.